Have you ever asked yourself whether you are truly living or just running in an endless loop? You may think you are in control of your life, but in reality, you might only be reacting unconsciously to everything that happens. If this question makes you feel uneasy, then what you are about to hear could be the turning point that changes the way you see the world and yourself. Welcome to Buddha and Mindfulness, where every story, every sharing, and every quiet moment guides you back to the peace and wisdom already within you. Here we do not just listen to the teachings, we live with them, taking each step toward rediscovering serenity in the midst of a turbulent world. Today, I invite you to join a special conversation, one that may touch the deepest part of your heart, because it is about something that seems simple, yet is often forgotten in the rush of life. Something that could determine whether you are truly living or merely existing. In modern life, we often think that the worst thing is exhaustion, but in reality, something more dangerous is being so busy that we forget the reason we live. Have you ever woken up and felt like you were simply going through a series of familiar motions, like a programmed machine? You get out of bed, hurry to get ready, dive into work, end a long day, and when you lie down, a quiet question echoes in your mind. Am I living or just existing? The world has changed too quickly. With just a tap on a screen, you can order food, find any information, or talk to someone across the globe. Everything has become more convenient and faster than ever before. Yet strangely, as technology connects people, we feel increasingly distant from each other. As information floods in, our minds grow more chaotic than ever. In the morning, as soon as your eyes open, your hand reaches for your phone, immersing yourself in streams of news, notifications, and images. While eating, your eyes are still glued to the screen. While working, your mind constantly jumps from one task to another. Even when going to bed, your body is tired, but your mind refuses to rest, still being pulled by unfinished thoughts of today and the worries for tomorrow. The frightening thing is that we have grown so used to this that we do not realize we are living in constant distraction, not for minutes or hours, but for years. We think we are making conscious choices, working, living, but in reality, we are reacting unconsciously to everything happening around us. Amid the noise of the world, there is a power that has always been within you, yet is often forgotten. It does not lie in self-help books, in life skills courses, nor does it appear when you try to control everything. This power is called mindfulness. In the spirit of early Buddhism, mindfulness is not a complicated technique or a lofty ideal. It is the ability to be clearly aware and fully conscious of what is truly happening in the present moment. Mindfulness does not embellish, avoid, or judge. It simply sees with honesty and depth. You do not need to leave the city to find mindfulness, nor go up a mountain or hide away in a monastery. Mindfulness can be practiced anywhere, at any time, when you eat a meal, wash the dishes, walk on a familiar street, talk with a loved one, or even drive in a crowded city. The core lies not in your posture, but in your attitude, in your complete presence in each moment. Mindfulness is the ability to revive each moment of life that you have lost because your mind was busy running toward the past or chasing the future. When you eat, you truly taste. When you listen to someone speak, you truly listen. When you walk, you feel the ground beneath your feet, because you cannot master anything if you are not fully present in that very moment. Mindfulness grants you the first and greatest power, the power of choice. When anger arises, instead of being controlled by it, you recognize, this is anger. You observe it without judgment, without running away, and without identifying yourself with it. In that moment, you are no longer the victim of your emotions. You become the one who chooses how to respond. Mindfulness helps you escape the loop of unconscious reactions, where a careless comment can make you angry all day, a cold glance can make you withdraw, or a small failure can make you give up for months. Instead, you see your emotions clearly, recognize their true nature, and then decide on your action. That is the power of mindfulness. It helps you no longer be led by fleeting emotions, no longer live being swept away by circumstances. You begin to live with awareness, clarity, and inner peace. And from that awareness, you realize that you do not need to control every external change to feel at ease. What you need to control is how you are present and how you respond to each moment of life. Many people, when they hear about mindfulness, imagine it as sitting still for hours, eyes closed, breathing in and out, and trying to push away all thoughts. In reality, this is a misunderstanding. Mindfulness does not require you to erase your mind or fight your stream of thoughts. On the contrary, it allows you to be aware of everything happening, even when your mind is chaotic and full of emotions. Another common misconception is that mindfulness is only to bring pleasant, relaxing, and peaceful feelings. It is true that peace may come as a result, but it is not the purpose of mindfulness. If you practice only to escape discomfort, you will turn mindfulness into a temporary sedative and miss its deep healing power. Some think mindfulness is passivity, accepting everything and giving up. This is a harmful misunderstanding. Mindfulness does not make you passive. It helps you see the truth so you can act with wisdom. When you are fully present, you no longer struggle aimlessly or react instinctively, but instead choose the response that aligns with the true nature of the situation. Finally, some believe mindfulness is a high-level skill reserved for monks or enlightened beings. The truth is, mindfulness is not on a distant mountain peak. It lies right in your breath, in your footsteps, in the way you look at someone with compassion and understanding. Mindfulness is for anyone, anywhere, right in this very moment. Mindfulness does not require complicated rituals. You can start immediately with very simple yet profound ways. First, return to your breath. The breath is the bridge between body and mind, the gateway that brings you back to the present. There is no need to adjust. Simply notice, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. Each time you focus on your breath, you are pulling yourself out of the chaotic flow of thoughts. Whether it is 1 minute, 5 minutes, or just 3 breaths, as long as you are truly present, you will feel a gentle stillness unfolding within. Second, observe your emotions without judgment. When you are sad, angry, anxious, or afraid, pause for a moment and name them. This is fear. This is anger. See emotions as a visiting friend, and you will realize they are not intruders, but teachers that help illuminate your inner world. You will also see that no emotion lasts forever. They come and go like waves. Third, be fully present in every small action. When washing dishes, just wash the dishes. Feel the temperature of the water, the scent of the soap, the contact between your hands and the plates. When walking, feel each step touching the ground, the breath in harmony with your stride. Actions that may seem meaningless, when illuminated by mindfulness, become sacred rituals that nurture life. Fourth, listen with complete presence. When someone is speaking to you, listen as if it were the last time you could hear them. Do not listen only to respond. Listen to understand, to feel, to truly connect. Your sincere presence can heal gaps that words can never reach. Fifth, dedicate a quiet time each day. Just 5 minutes to turn off your phone. Sit still, do nothing. Simply breathe and listen to what is happening inside and around you. You do not need to solve everything. You only need to be present like a friend returning to visit yourself. That stillness will soak into you like rain into the soil. Not loud, not hurried, but softening all the dryness within. Mindfulness is not one choice among many. It is the essential condition for you to truly live a deep life. You do not need to wait for favorable circumstances. You do not need a long-term plan. You only need to start right now with a mindful breath. When the storms of life arrive, mindfulness will not make the storm disappear, but it will help you sit still, listen, and smile. Because you know that the storm is only a part of the sky, and that sky is still vast, clear and far greater than any storm. Living mindfully does not mean avoiding all difficulties. It means learning to walk through them with steadiness and peace. Every moment you are truly present is a step forward on the journey back to yourself. And this very journey will lead you to freedom, not external freedom, but freedom from all the invisible bonds within your mind. Thank you for accompanying Buddha and mindfulness on today's journey. If these sharings have touched you, please subscribe to the channel so we can continue exploring stories, teachings, and lessons that help you live more mindfully, peacefully, and fully each day. Leave a comment about the moment you truly felt your complete presence, because when you write it down, you are affirming to yourself, I choose to live a mindful life, and I begin today. See you again in the next videos, where every story is a step on the path back to yourself.